Greetings and welcome, Croeso. My name is Gareth, and this is the third installment of the Adventures of Hiraeth, the Wood Elf Lore Master. When we left off, we were just about to talk to Eladan, but one thing we have to do first, I thought this had been changed, but apparently not. As you level up, you will need to dismiss your pet and recall them, because if you see now, instead of being the same level as us, he is now dark blue, which denotes that he's a level or possibly two levels below. So we'll say bye-bye to Bear right now. And I am recording this immediately after the end of the previous episode. So we are in fact going to not be able to rename Bear just yet. I have an idea. If we call him, I do love that animation. There's Bear. So let's see if this works. It might be a little bit too cheeky. Um, it used to work years ago, but I think since the inception of the class named for this one, it probably won't. No. How about if we do the Swedish version? Yes. You may have noticed that I have a very silly sense of humor, and that apparently didn't take either. I'm not sure if that was because it's a brand or whether it's because there was a space. Let's find out. If this does not work, then please. Oh, it was because it was a it was because it had a space in it. So we now have our pet companion, Baby Bjorn. I'm not going to wear him on my back though. Um, okay, so let us talk with this son of Elrond, who doesn't want to talk to us. For some reason, occasionally they don't actually start voicing. So, where Skorgrim fell. I will give Dorlas's theory a chance, since we are here. Merathen is not unconvinced either. Okay. We should investigate the ruins of Evelion, the place where Skorgrim fell, to ensure that he is still dead. You were there to watch him die, Hiraeth, were you not? If Skorgrim's grave is undisturbed, then the mystery will be even greater. So, I think we have to basically, if I remember rightly, we follow this path all the way around. And again, this is definitely slow travel because we are in this instance and we don't even have a temporary mount, which we're granted, I think, at novice level as a sort of kind of reward. So here we are coming into the ruins of Evelion, and who do we have here? We have one of the party, and she does not look happy. I'm not sure what happened there. So Dorniel, um,
I do not think I have the will to go back into that place.
I am lucky to be alive there. After the injuries I bore the day Evelion fell, I I do not think I have the will to go back into that place. It is only a shadow of its former glory now. Only pain remains. Again, this theme that will become ever more prevalent of sorrow and loss and pain. It's the sorrow of the firstborn, of course, as they enter the fading time. And here we have Nithriel.
I was here when Ethelion fell.
I was here when Athelion fell. I was a healer, but my strength in mending was not enough to mend the hurts caused by Skorgrim and his Dower-hand warriors. I cannot return here without great sadness in my heart. It was such a needless war. He sought immortality in the relics we kept here, but found only death. And if you remember, this is the sort of area we went around, and here was the gate where we got stunned, where the troll was not in the dungeon, but certainly was causing problems. So, yes, there will be Harry Potter references. There will be lots of cross references to other universes. Universi? I'm not sure. And here is Dorongir, who was with us as we stood here and watched Talagan die with Skorgrim.
What can I do for you?
It was across this bridge that brave Talagan brought the library's walls down upon Skorgrim and himself, thus putting an end to Skorgrim's lust for immortality. The walls smote them both as they crumbled. But that is a strange flower, one that I have never seen before. Is it familiar to you, elf?
Mind my words, traveller.
You used to know my name, Dorongir. It has been 600 years, so... Okay, where Skorgrim sleeps. I have been told Skorgrim's body was discovered by Thorin's folk back when they inhabited this land before his death. The dwarf miners dug into the mountains and exposed the ruined cellars of Athelion, and that is where the corpse lay perfectly preserved, in the Silver Deep mine. When Talagan brought the library down upon them both, they fell to their grave below. You could search for Skorgrim's body where last it was seen, if you seek it still. For my part, I have no wish to look upon Skorgrim again. And we get to choose some shoes. And being a hobbit, and not a hobbit I should say, we will actually be wearing the shoes. So come along, baby Bjorn, follow me please, keep up. So we have to go, again, lots of running around. The game world is massive, by the way, and I used to sort of complain that it was very easy to get from the Shire to Bree in a very short time, but it's still other than the Elder Scrolls Daggerfall, the second installment of that game. I believe that still holds the record for the greatest landmass or game area in gaming history. This is, I believe, the second largest. So despite the fact that things are condensed, obviously, from Tolkien's massive world, and yes, we just broke our leg coming down there, you will notice that quite often when you fall, you take falling damage, you will actually be slowed for a few seconds. I believe it's 6. But yes, even though it's condensed from the Middle Earth of Tolkien's imagination, it still is remarkably large. And there's usually beasts in here, but I believe someone is ahead of us killing them. There's plenty to be had though, so it's fine. Someone has done a very thorough job, it seems. Oh, there's one finally. Okay, so let us end our bear, who apparently... Oh, that's interesting. Oh, there he is. Good lord. That took quite some time. Alright, so and now if we come up here, we can defeat some there. Now with our pointy stick, we can go up here. And there we go, our 4 thing. Now there should be around here. Here we go. Obviously, a few people had been through here. So the Skorgrim's body, this was his tomb apparently, but the body is gone, but there's this rather disgusting looking plant flower thing here. So we've picked one of these flowers. Quest items, as it says there, do not take a space in our inventory. They go into a hidden sort of place, little reliquary, perhaps. And now we have some more running around. You see, there are lots and lots of these things. We just happen to be behind somebody or a group of people who had done a pretty thorough job of clearing out the area. And here comes our bear. Baby Bjorn is not very good in sort of the interior caves, etc. It is an issue that we'll have to deal with much later on in Moria, which I think is still my favorite expansion. Okay, so here we come, running up. And again, with these, the number of the stairs here, it sort of gives you a somewhat of an impression of how large and complex dwarf mining and mining activities are. Like I say, you won't really see that until Moria, but it's kind of an amazing, epic, truly epic place. It was almost sad when I finally went through it and finished it off. So again, if you see a character and there's somebody's leveling up again, you can right-click from a distance.
That is a vile little flower, and one I have not seen before.
Again, I'm not sure why the differences are in the volume for the voice acting is there. That is a vile little flower, one I have not seen before. You say it grew where Skorgrim died, and where his body lay in death for all these years? Such magic is not common with dwarves. His body has been moved, though we do not know where. It seems that the flowers follow him in death. Perhaps they will lead to his new grave. So again, we will choose the light armor as the only one open to us.
Will you lend me your ear?
A trail of blood through the snow.
It's very bizarre that they have a standard sort of will lend me your ear, and also the dialogue from the quest. So, following the footprints of blood. A trail, Hiraeth. Red flowers leading a trail through the snow. Do you think these are the footprints of blood? Blood-red footsteps upon snow-coloured black, where the Dour King walks to take back his throne and finish what was begun? We have black snow, and the body of the Dour King has been moved, leaving the fell flowers as footprints. Something evil is at work here, and I am sure something evil was at work when he sought our relics for immortality. We must follow him again. My brother is scouting for signs as well. Seek him as you search. Okay, so that we can do. I do not believe there's anything back up that way that we need to do, so we will once again go back down. And in common with these many levels, in fact, especially the early ones, we have to be running around, and retracing steps. And it's always good to try and be efficient, as you go along and gather as many quests as possible in the same area. But of course, as we're in the starter area, we don't have anything in addition to the main quest at this point. That will change, but not by much. So here we come all the way down, and we are going through the courtyard here. And things are... And here we have, yes indeed, there is one of those evil flowers. And so we are going to follow the this path that is marked out with the blood red flowers. And that is, oh no, it is actually within reach. That is rather remarkable. I think that's changed the distance you can actually travel to between to something that you can target. So what was that? Woofing. I'm not sure if that was in the game or in my house. I have some dog guests still, along with my lovely little sweet girl. We have 2 dogs from my brother-in-law and sister-in-law staying with us, so you may hear some extraneous dog-like noises, dog-inspired noises, so I do apologize if that's the case. And here we go. I think this is the last of the flowers that we have to follow the footprints of. And yes, indeed, here is a dwarf that I'm not sure if he's hiding or what he's doing here. But we will go to speak to Trugwi.
Look what the Dour Hands have done to this place.
Hail, elf. I see that you are one of the company that arrived last night when we did. I wonder if we seek the same thing. I am here to find out what has become of Gomer. You seek a Skogrim, you say? The Dour Hands are his descendants, but Skogrim is long dead. I asked to speak with the steward, and the Dour Hands directed me here. This was once a great storage house of Thorin. I don't think I like what the Dour Hands have done with the place. So we're going to get a cloak, but I don't think it's as good as the one we already
Down
have.
yonder is Gorm,
But there
the
is
steward
our level. One of
appointed
these
by
days I will
Thorin
zoom
before
out
he left.
and you will see the full effects of the leveling animation. So we have to speak to Gomer, steward of the hall. Okay. I heard one of the guards here talking. Down yonder is Gormer, the steward appointed by Thorin before he left. Gormer is the reason we have come, and the leader of this Dour Hand rabble you see all over the place. He harbours no love for Dwarlin's folk, nor for those who once lived in Thorin's hall before the Dour Hands took over. You might as well go speak with him, and find out what he has done here, and why he has grown silent over the years. Maybe he knows what the body you seek has got to. Okay, so this is a Dour Hand guy here. The fact that he's a red nameplate signifies that he is so far much higher than our level here. It would be pretty suicidal to try and take him on. Luckily, he is not hostile or aggressively hostile. So here's Gormer.
Have you come to pay your respects at Skogrim's tomb?
I see an elf, surely from that party that has come to settle on the outskirts of that gloomy elf town in the north. What do you want, elf? You have come to Skogrim's tomb, but Skogrim was an enemy of your people. Why should I talk to you?
No one is to gain admittance to Skogrim's tomb.
So, Shrine to the Fallen King. I am afraid you have come here for nothing anyway, Hiraeth. No one is to gain admittance to Skogrim's tomb. It is a sacred ground, and only descendants of Skogrim, that is the Dour Hands, have leave to enter. You are more than welcome to pay your respects to our fallen king at his shrine, which is just east of here, in the Rockbelly Pit. Skogrim was a great king, after all, and deserves tribute. Was he not, elf? Okay, so we will get some new pants if we do that. And, oh, again, I forgot, we have to dismiss. Gets a little tedious. And recall. here we have this Barney. Oh, Bjarni. His name
You
was
shall pay
Barney.
your respects to Skogrim.
Okay. Lord Gormers told us that you were there when Skogrim died at the hands of your peoples. We will not tolerate elves in our land unless you help to pay retribution for what they have done. We are having a commemoration of Skogrim's many achievements as King of the Dourhands, but we need ritual stones, black as pitch. I was not able to find enough for everyone that plans to attend. They are a form of tribute to Skogrim King. You should make yourself useful and collect some more. They can be found in and around the Winterhide Cave, east of here. We get a slightly improved weapon for doing that. And they're both, even though it's in a cave, we can actually enter through this area here. There's also all the way up the top there. We're a little bit too close to see, but you could go all the way up to the top there. So we'll go through here. And a rather ominous and gloomy thing. And there is a statue to Skogrim. And there is a stone right here. Pick that up. Come back up here. And we have these enemies to fight, these bats here. As you can see, they're not much of a threat, so I'm just going to let the pet do much to take care of them. Actually, let's kill one with a bit of flame, just to show that we can. So we have 3 of these. Alright, we're going the wrong way there. Need to go up. Okay, so that's... Alright, here's the last of the stones we need to get. If I can click on it. Okay, and I think we're done. A couple of extras that we didn't really need to kill, but I just pick up some very cheap and easy experience. Now let's go. I think we get a message if we go here now. Yes. So menacing looking statue. Yes. Look up there. He does look rather menacing with that pointing finger on the sword. He's obviously not a good guy. We already know that. So let's go back out here. And we'll go pick up our rewards. And I guess we're pretending to like this guy.
Ah, these are the very stones we need.
These are the very stones we need. Not bad for an elf. Your loyalty to the Dourhands will not be forgotten, Lawmaster. You may soon earn our forgiveness for what your peoples have done, or what your peoples did to our king. So now we have a choice of weapon, and in fact the only one that we can choose is the polished staff, but again it is a slight increase in what we had before. Let's go speak to Gormer.
What do you want?
So you walked in our shrine, did you? As you can see, the Dourhands' reverence for our fallen king is very great. The Longbeards and the elves do not understand such loyalty, so this was perhaps a good lesson for you. But do not go away just yet. I'm sure we can think of more tasks to occupy you while you trespass, eh, Hiraeth? Okay, so we'll take that.
It will be a busy day for all my folk.
Uneasy feeling. So would you like to be here to witness the ritual of commemoration of our fallen king? As steward of these halls, I welcome you to celebrate with us. It will not be long now. In fact, I believe the preparations begin tonight. What say you, Hiraeth? Think on it, if you will. Return to me when you have decided. Just be sure you make the right decision. Ah ho ho ho. Run along now, friend. I've no more time for you. It will be a busy day for all my folk. Okay, so if I remember rightly now, excuse me, we actually will not head back up to Avalion, but go into Farron's Court, which is just over here, to the left here. And I think we actually go to speak to Dwalin, as it says here. So here we have the company of dwarves that has arrived, and we will talk to Dwalin and see what he has to say.
Thank goodness you're here.
So, my good elf, I bid you welcome, and I am at your service. Nurse Grimsong sent me word that you would join us in our friendship. You spoke to Gorma recently, did you? The traitor. Skogrim is not the king of Thorin's Hall. This place belongs to Thorin's line. I have too much on my plate for the nonsense of the Dour Hands and their strange rituals. All of my dwarves are ill since coming here. That is more pressing than Gormer's folly. Okay, so we get some food, some fried mushrooms, which sound great.
All of his dwarves are sick, dying.
And we have a plague at Thorin's Gate, which I think we will actually start next time. Like I say, I want to keep these relatively short, certainly in the beginning areas. If you did like this, please consider hitting that like button. Hopefully the next episode will be up fairly soon. To find out when exactly, the best way to do that, of course, is to subscribe to the channel. In the meantime, this has been Hiraeth, the now level 5 Lore Master, saying goodbye for now, and see you soon, and happy and safe travels in Middle-earth until we do. Bye-bye.